Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Middle-earth: Shadow of War. Now, in the last episode, we decided to check out Minas Morgul and found it to be a horrible place filled with all kinds of nastiness. There's just Uruk captains everywhere, and they all seem to want to show up at the most inopportune times. So I went over to check out Gorgoroth. Now, this is where the Balrog is that we need to take on. And I actually find this zone to be a little bit more interesting. Check this out. We've got a few outposts spread out, but it looks like this area is actually very small. Now that also may mean it's very, very concentrated. It is a 259 level machine citadel. But, I mean, as you can see, like, this is it. This is the entire area. It's smaller than Saragost or Cirith Ungol or any of the other places that we've gone to. It still has 1, 2, 3 Hadirs we can take, and we also have some interesting quests here. We have Karnan's Bane, which is to take care of the Balrog Gorgoroth, or Koroth. And the other interesting thing is up here, Barnor was taken by the Uruks, but he is not lost. Work with Idril to rescue him. So I kind of forgot that Barnor had actually gotten taken captive. We've got some monuments. Oh, there's a cave system underneath. Okay, that would make sense considering the Balrog. So this might be a very heavily subterranean zone. And then we also have Reversal of Fortune, which is another one of the Galadriel Vengeance quests. So I think, and also in the comments of the last episode, I think we're going to go ahead and travel here first. We're going to save Minas Morgul for last. I guess it makes sense. That's kind of where the story started. So where is our start point? Go ahead and fast travel and we'll see how bad we have it over here. And that definitely looks appropriate for a machine tribe zone. I wonder if we're going to be able to grab any fans here, because we're not going to be able to take Minas Morgul. That's going to cause some paradoxes in terms of the overall Lord of the Rings story. And there's Mount Doom in all of its glory. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and grab some towers then. Looks like all the war chiefs are right here. And we definitely need to get some intel. We got some outposts to take care of. We got the whole process to start over again. But it's okay. Now, one of our first objectives is if we see a worm or any kind of intel, we need to take it. And is that a kitty patrol? Yes, indeed. When there's a whip, there's a way. We are close to Mount Doom, so... Hi, guys. Our first recruit. Thank you, thank you. And... Ow. Lame spouts. Nice to know that those are there. And here's our first bit of intel. Let's look at the structure of this place. Yeah, we have the 5 war chiefs. War chiefs got a lot of bodyguards. Let's go ahead and go for the outpost captains first. And we'll see. The closest outpost is this one right here. Garo Bloodmad. Terrified of undead. Heavily damaged by poisons. Fireproof, frostproof, and vigilant against stealth. And he's riding on a kitty. And some guys. Whoa!
I faced countless countless rangers in my time, and I've slaughtered them all. You can see all the trophies I've taken from them. All rangers must die, and I am the instrument of their destruction!
I like your Phantom of the Opera mask. Probably should have used Wraith Sight before we ran, just to see if there was a boss nearby. Come on. Run through the fire, my friends.
I like it.
Oh, Lord.
After tracking you down through countless miles, I finally found you. All my efforts will soon be rewarded when I watch you take your last breath.
Well, this is going well. Brave Sir Robin. Okay, I'm right here. They can't see me. They don't know where I am. We are in the bad part of town. And you're enraged by Caragors. That's fine, as long as you don't know where I am. Dun 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 dun. That's good to know.
I heard the orcs there's been around lately.
Mounted beast cannot be dominated. Can we... Nope, nope. That has already been lit on fire, apparently. Well, we have gotten ourselves into a pretty bad spot right off the bat.
I know what he fears.
No poison or anything. Oh, there we go. Boop. Now we run.
Here we go, you beast. It's meal time.
Oh, that's one of our guys. Okay. Let's go ahead and... I mean, he's failed in his ambush. We'll go ahead and run. And head back toward the Haydir, because we need to start figuring out what else we have here other than Uruks who want to kill us. Because I'm sure that that's always in plentiful supply. It'd be a pretty boring game otherwise. Now, here's the fortress. Give me some money. Excellent. And yeah, that seems pretty accurate. We just have a ton of caves to go through in order to get from one place to the other. That's fine. No worries. And looks like we got our first Gondorian artifact for the zone.
It has long been customary for the people of Minas Morgul to offer an amphora of water or wine to any visitor from beyond our walls. Such travelers were rare, especially recently, and making the trek to the frontier almost guaranteed a thirsty guest. But when our need was greatest, no one from Gondor came to our gates, thirsty or otherwise.
It's got a heavy Greek influence to it. Though I guess that makes sense. Like, they push for Gondor
older than it appears.
to be a...
Just as well we reclaimed it then.
Wait, hold on.
The orcs would sully it with their grog.
Oh, we insta-killed it. That Gondor was a maritime nation. That it was mostly navy kind of stuff. That was its guiding star. They were talking about that from the folks at Weta Workshop when they were working on the design. Ow. Okay, there's stuff all over this zone that's just deadly. Well, we're at least going to take some towers. We're at least going to get one win today. Unless there's an Uruk waiting for me up here, which would be an amazing kind of For you. Surprise. Kind of like the Man-Bat scare in Batman Arkham. And I bet Sauron wouldn't be happy about a blue eye right next to his volcano. Should be some interesting Shelob memories here. There's the Barrows right off the bat. Speaking of Shelob. Got Ithilden right below us. Outstanding. And it looks like the Machine Tribe did exactly what the Dwarves of Moria did. They dug too greedily and too deep, as Sauron said. And just woke up shadow and flame. Got one more Shelob memory. Scanning. Oop. You down here? Good deal. Well, we could look around. Looks like everything's pretty far away. We can get the Ithilden and the Shelob memory and the Gondorian artifact as we work our way up to this tower. I think that'll work out. Now, I've actually been asked recently, I don't remember if it was in the comments or a direct message or something like that, but I was asked to rank the Tolkien movies in order, the Peter Jackson Tolkien movies. That's actually a pretty easy task for me, so here it goes. I'm going to go ahead and go from worst to best. The worst one, in my opinion, is The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. I was just not a fan of that movie at all, the kind of choices that were made creatively. And looks like this artifact is... Oh, it's down lower. Okay. Is there... lower tunnel that we can take? Well, that's interesting. I really didn't like Battle of the Five Armies. There was just a lot in that film that did make a whole lot of sense to me. The second one would be Hobbit, The Unexpected Journey. They did the... I don't remember if it was the... Did they rock out Gollum in the first movie or the second movie? I don't remember. They did the whole Riddles in the Dark scene well, I thought, with their interpretation of Gollum. But the film itself just kind of... That trilogy in general took a ton of liberties. Oh, we could use Wraith Sight. That might actually work. And Wraith Sight's revealing to me there are Uruks about. As well as a captain. Level 36. Who is you?
Clark.
Blacktooth. Dark Marksman. Okay.
Murdered. By what?
It looks like we might have to wait and actually... Oh, wait a minute. Of course. I have to go down here into the pits. There's the lower areas that we were looking for. So we pretty much hit the nail right on the head. As to this zone. It's all caves and subterranean nonsense. Death Threat, Shaka Ranger Killer. Who did the... Yeah. You showed up for the assault, didn't you? Or for the ambush. That's a clear target. Reveal intel. Heavily damaged by beast attacks. That's ironic from a Beastmaster. Can be injured by ranged attacks and Shadow Strike. Alrighty. So my favorite out of the Hobbit films would definitely have to be Desolation of Smaug. for no other reason that I think they, other than the fact that Smaug was technically a drake because of how he was built, and that's kind of grasping at straws. Oh, there you are. Benedict Cumberbatch did an amazing job in characterization.
I do not fear the orcs, but in the deep of night I will admit this. I fear their drums. An orc can be defeated in battle. His threat can be walled off or outmaneuvered. But the low rumbling of the drums, that cannot be halted by any artifice of man. Those drums are the heartbeat of their factories, and every beat marks the orcs' relentless advance. We seized these drums in a raid, and I locked them up in the Great Hall so that no orc could ever play them again.
Drums in the deep.
So the
Arrows in my face.
Hardly. Uruks are made for warfare, not artistry.
But some of them are really good at percussion. So Benedict Cumberbatch as Smaug, very good. I was impressed, and I loved the Smaug from the Rankin Bass cartoon, the one that was very much kind of like a cat. So it was going to be hard for me to actually like the traditional dragon Smaug and find it interesting, because that cat version of Smaug was so unique. But they did it. They did a really good job. It just, that movie, that trilogy in general, they did so much stuff with Thorin basically being tempted by the heart of the mountain, and it was very much like The Ring, and it wasn't really Bilbo's story. It kind of just went away from Bilbo, and he was a supporting character, which was the exact opposite of what Peter Jackson did with the Lord of the Rings trilogy, because he made it Bilbo's story. Or not Bilbo's story, excuse me, Frodo's story, at the expense of a lot of other stuff. So it was a very interesting reversal of priorities. Now let's check out this Shelob memory, which is protected by kitties. Go ahead and can we grab a kitty? There we go. Oh, sorry. Whoops. I forgot that when I grab one, some of them become under my employ. And then that takes us to the Lord of the Ring trilogy. And I would have to say, if I ranked those, it would be, and all of them are good. I like all three films. But I'd have to go with Two Towers, then Return of the King, and then Fellowship of the Ring. I think Fellowship of the Ring, you only have one chance to make a first impression, right? When you're doing a movie series or something to that effect. And I think that movie is just amazing. Going from how they introduced the ring wraiths, and I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some stuff that I wish they would do, like the Borrow Rights and Tom Bombadil. Oh, getting close. Right there. But what they did right, they did incredibly well.
Never thought I'd hear you say that.
So we've got a... what's up close here? Yeah, we've got a... oh, there's... we actually completely skipped one of the Shelob memories. Let's backtrack a little bit and grab that one. But I just... if you told me, like, hey, we need to watch a Lord of the Rings movie, which one will you choose? It'll be Fellowship by a mile. Depending on my mood, I may go for Return of the King, because Return of the King is an amazing film as well. But just Fellowship got me. It hooked me and reeled me in. So you, Shelob memory, are way down here. So let's find... away from all the liquid hot magma. Hello? I actually did not know that I was... Oh, we got a worm too. Awesome. Intel... Oh, let's go ahead and get Blacktooth some intel on him because he's connected to that lone war chief up there. Heavily damaged by poison. Weak master becomes temporarily dazed when his pet or gang is killed. And fear of spiders. Might have to change our tactics here a bit. Yeah, where did you go, Shiloh memory? You're still way down there. But what are you guys' favorite of the Tolkien films? I know some people don't like the Tolkien films at all because they take way too many liberties, and I completely understand. But if you do have a favorite, or a least favorite, go ahead and rank them in the comments. I'd love to hear you guys' input on it.
There is a beauty in power. There is a beauty even in violence. But there is no beauty in tyranny. In the rule of one. That is why he must be stopped. I saw a battle upon a tower. I saw the Dark Lord defeated and a Bright Lord take his place. But the world did not change. I repeat, the world did not change.
I'm sorry earlier, I was talking while she was in her exposition. So where to? Well, we're getting close. About right. Oh. There we go. Ooh. I'll be in my bunk.
She turned away from Sauron, as did I. And yet she cannot see that.
She fears you. She fears what will become of Middle-earth when we defeat him.
Can't tell her she's gonna be stabbed by a hobbit. How the mighty have fallen. Okay. Well, now that this... Oh, there's probably gonna be so many quests in here. Like, just so much nonsense. That's gonna be fun. Let's get back to the high ground. Actually, it's the exact opposite of Saragos. Saragos was all mountains and whatnot. Now this is all tunnels and mines. Now we've got the Ithilden right here. I just skipped all of that nonsense, didn't I? Well, might as well grab that, and then we'll just trek way up here, get this hater, and call it a day, I think, in terms of our recon of this new zone. I'm not going headhunting yet, unless I absolutely have to.
Tiel.
And we have an Uruk-hai here. Are there any... No one close. That's good. We'll go ahead and get that worm for intel and set this. And we also have a captain chilling out near the tower base.
This war is ours.
So what we got with you, sir? Go ahead and get more of the outpost captains. Thrak the Bloated. Ugh. Bloated indeed. Flammable? Of course he'd be. Vulnerable to stealth and sickly. Might be from working in the mines. Thank you, Bob. Now I got a bit of a long trek. Can we go ahead and summon a Caragor? kind of forgot how that's done. Oh well. Let's go ahead and run. The thing about recording this game the way I do is I occasionally, and I know it's probably blatantly obvious, oh, here's the fighting pits, among some folks, but I tend to forget how to do things between episodes, between recording sessions, so I do apologize for that. Hello! You look just like the one we just took out, or interrogated. Skak Manhunter. And he looks very similar to that first guy that we met. Vulnerable to stealth. Might be part of the same kind of cult. Or family. Ooh, this tower looks like it's up on the slopes heading up to Mount Doom. That's interesting. Should we go ahead and have Wraith Sight out just in case we run into something unpleasant? Saw nothing there. Looks like we're in another ruined Gondorian settlement. Or if not Gondor, just definitely menfolk. Or it could be elf. But it's got that human architecture to it. Okay, there is a captain nearby. He's probably maybe hanging out on the other side of the tower. Up we go. It's gonna be 2 out of 3. Done a fair bit of work today. Now what we got in this zone? Okay, not a whole lot. We've got Gondorian artifact here. Like, yeah, it's like real along kind of the volcano slope. Yowza. And there's the entrance to the Barrows, like right near. That's good. So we got quick access there if need be. Shiloh memory. Ithilden here in the ruins, that's not surprising. And one more Gondorian artifact, where you be? All the way over there. Cool. Ah, there you are. Krosh the Knower. Arrow-proof. Enraged by everything. May become enraged at any moment. Well, I guess he knows when he's angry. Might be due to the fact that his brains are, pretty open. So that's interesting. And he's got a pack of kitties. So, some interesting Uruk captains we have here in this zone. But in the next episode, we'll go ahead and continue our explorations, and we'll gather up the rest of the stuff. You guys know the drill. And we'll see where we go from there. Hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.